Hey everyone, welcome back to RamenCat Gamers. It's me, your pal, and it's Yuki!
I'm Laz from Laz the Wolf Games.
I'm Jack from Chaos Jack Show.
I am Astro.
Oh my god.
Best introduction yet.
Oh, nice going. You ruined it, Gar. No, not really. You're fine.
Alright, so anyways, Astral had finally joined us in our videos. So, yeah. Anyways, we'll like to make this heads up. As you can see, we had to actually do an actual video edit of... We had some problems on the first video. It was too laggy. I couldn't hear anyone on my end. So, yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure this out.
Yeah. Trial and error.
Trial and error, everyone. Trial and error.
Yeah, so probably what we're gonna do is we're just put in gameplay from each of us. Probably me, Jack. Probably just we'll just record a game and then we'll figure it out from there.
Yeah. Anyways, so today we're actually going to be talking about E3. We know that we're a few days late, but hey, not everyone has free days like actual people. But then again, it's like, what are you doing with your life?
I have an actual job. Don't judge me.
Live for game streamers. I don't think we have lives.
Well, unlike everyone else, we're not paid yet.
Yeah, we don't make that YouTube
for a
money.
while. Yeah, you probably won't make it for the next like 7 months or more.
Well,
Or
at
not-
least in
not
7
at
months.
all.
Thanks for the positivity.
Thanks for the confidence boost.
Not like I want the money, but sure, that'll be nice.
Anyways, okay guys, let's get on topic. So, we're gonna first talk about Nintendo's E3, starting off with Jack since he's still technically won the first game choice talk.
I don't remember that. Do you remember that, Lance?
I remember.
Does not compute. Does not compute.
Okay, guys, come on, seriously.
Anyway, so getting to the game topic, we have quite a few announcements from Nintendo, ranging from Fire Emblem, Mario games, and a few other independent AAA titles moving to the Switch.
Pokemans.
Yes, you gotta get all those Pokemans.
No, not bring back a national tax.
Even though, like, I know we all know that Jack doesn't own a Nintendo Switch, what games are you actually looking for? Be quiet. What games are you actually looking forward to, Jack?
Let's see, if I did have a Switch, I would say I'm looking forward to Dragon Quest Builders 2, Luigi Mansion 3, maybe The Witcher, because that kind of looks interesting on Switch. I think the new Smash game was announced, but I wasn't 100% sure on that.
Not Smash, actually, new characters. They have announced they've announced 2 new characters. Technically 2, one of them is actually a group. They've announced Dragon Quest males.
The hero.
Dragon Quest Heroes.
Whatever. The Dragon Quest Heroes, where there will be 4 of them. And then, who is it? Booney and what?
Banjo-Kazooie.
Banjo and
Booney
Kazooie.
and what?
Booney.
What did you say, Booney and what? My favorite game.
It's Banjo-Kazooie.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've never played games until I was at least maybe 12, where my first video game was Kingdom of Hearts 1.
Aww.
You messed down so much.
Okay, wait, I lied. I remembered owning a Dreamcast when I was 6 or 7, and the only game we had on that was the 101 Dalmatian, but we didn't own
I remember that game.
We didn't own the memory card. And so we keep restarting the game. So me and my siblings actually made a game out of the game on to see who would get farthest in the game before getting kicked out by mom.
Wow. I got to 98. I got to 98.
No, it wasn't like that.
I got the
levels
94.
of painstaking.
We reached Actually, I think my brother was one of them where he almost got to the part where where we were freeing the Dalmatians from Cruella de Vil's grasp. Either him or me, I can't remember.
So the last boss, I'm guessing.
Sort of ish. We never actually did finish the game, but we literally went far into it with the limited time we had.
Yeah, like
we speed run that game. Speed run.
Well, that's a nice childhood memory, but should we be like actually talking about what's been announced?
yeah, we're getting off topic.
Okay, that was my fault. Anyways, so yeah, so what was it? Banjo and Kazooie?
Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie has been announced for a Smash character, as well as the many heroes from Dragon Quest Heroes.
There's only 4 of them, though.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the heroes of each age, I think it said.
Yeah, I think it's like the first 5 Dragon Quest hero
No,
characters.
it's 4. It's 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's 4.
Yeah, it's only 4. They only showed 4 of them.
Sure, because I swear I saw a 5th one, unless that's the super mode.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a super mode, but I saw the 5th one.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I know in the announcement trailer it showed 4 of them. I know it was hero of the first age, hero of the second age, and then I think the hero of new age or something. I don't play Dragon Quest, so I couldn't really tell you.
The only Dragon Quest I play is Dragon Quest Builders, and I do have the first one. I love it to death. I am so excited for the second one, especially since it's now multiplayer, and we can go underwater. Oh my gosh, the water.
Underwater.
The water
yes,
killed
the
me
infinite
so
death
much.
water of all video games has ended.
Yes, it is a big important thing, okay? Do you know how many times I drowned in the first one? Too many times.
Hey, what does this do?
Like, water, I'm melting.
Hey, it's hard to fish, okay?
Welcome aboard,
Fish.
Captain.
Well, it's kind of hard to take a game seriously when you just touch one puddle of water. Like, I'm died.
If
I
you
know,
think of
like,
the Wizard of
freaking-
Oz, it's worse because the wizard could never go in a shower, so she must have stank bad.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh,
Systems online.
Yes, that witch
Oh
bot has
god,
a terrible
just that
life.
body odor. The body
Oh
odor.
my goodness.
She's great for a reason, you know. It's not because she's evil.
Anyways, as for his mentioning for Luigi's Mansion, I would say that I am a little bit scared, only because I did play the second one, and I was so upset that it was a mission mode game instead of a story mode game like the first game was. The first one always is in my heart.
I have not actually finished the first one, and I actually I don't own the original because I don't own a GameCube. I actually bought the 3DS remake, and I actually have not played it, so I don't know how I'm gonna feel about Luigi's Mansion 3.
I never personally played it, but I've seen someone play it, and it looks fun. I just wish I got a chance to, like, play it back then.
Yeah, I probably might have to watch the demo play of Luigi Mansion 3 to see if it's a mission mode or not, because if it is, no.
I'm not sure if it's mission mode. I think it's kind of going to be more like the classic version where you just kind of like navigate the house.
So, story mode?
I'm assuming it's story mode, but don't hold me on that.
I'm gonna hold you against it.
We will hold you against it, and
Up
get you
against the airlock too.
Okay,
Hey.
just don't snap me out of don't snap me out of existence. Okay, that's all I ask.
I wish for Jack to disappear.
No.
I love how we both snapped at the same time.
Just like Spider-Man, I shall never be remembered again.
No, for me, if
I
I ever
don't
had the
feel so
Infinity
loved.
Gauntlet, if it came to video games, I would be like, I wish that all mission mode games would go away.
But Monster Hunter's a mission-based game.
Not really,
Well-
not really, because
Yes,
I
it is.
wish
You have to
When
EA
I
would stop.
yeah, in mission mode, it's the ones where they have kind of like classic Mario, like classic Mario run through where you're just running through and you completed that area and then you run through again and you complete it. It's kind of like that I call mission modes.
Well, that's called a timer run.
Well, yes, the example that I was using, but I was trying to say like in that box area, that's a mission mode that you have to complete before moving on to the next one.
Yeah, but when you say mission mode, it's usually something like I have to grab this quest from a board and then I have so much time to finish it.
Okay, we probably might have different dictionaries of games that we see, probably.
Because
Well, I
Quest
don't know about
games
Jack's
is different from
dictionary,
mission
but
modes in my
probably
dictionary.
well, let's hope the comments don't tear you up for that.
Well,
Yeah,
they
they're
can.
gonna
Like I
tear-
said,
they're gonna tear Jack.
Like I said, everyone has their own way of seeing games. I see games differently from everyone else, and it's like, well, that's my opinion. That's not your opinion. So
That's my opinion.
Okay. So let's see, what else has been announced at Nintendo?
Oh,
Smash.
There
let
were
me-
more Pokemon details.
shouldn't we talk about that last before we move on to anything else? Pokemon.
Yeah, true.
I don't know, I think it's been like talked about a lot, but
Yeah,
Oh,
let's save that last before we talk about any the other game systems.
Yeah, they actually did announce No More Heroes 3, which I know they're.
I will admit that actually caught my attention a little bit.
Yeah, they did announce No More Heroes 3. I have played No More Heroes 2, but I didn't own it. And I know there was a No More Heroes game on the Switch, but it was a spin-off. And I know that No More Heroes 3 is actually going to be continuing the story of No More Heroes 2.
Well, I hope so. Like, I want to see who's the next group of jerks I can take out.
Yeah. What else? Yeah. There wasn't really that much. They didn't really release that much information as far as I know, because they did say it's still kind of early in development, but
Oh,
we'll
I
see.
remembered something. They never mentioned Bayonetta 3,
Yeah, I think they're kind of keeping it in the dark at this point.
which is
Yeah.
pissing me off because they held it back a year and they freaking didn't mention anything or even updated us. So I am pissed.
Well, I
Yeah.
think they're going to do that just to match Capcom with their Devil May Cry franchise.
Still,
I think Bayonetta 3 is just stuck in development hell at this point.
well, yes, because when I first saw the announcements of Bayonetta 3, I was like, how are they going to fit that when they already technically made the storyline of Bayonetta 1 and 2? The storyline is actually a time loop continuum.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so how does she technically move on with life when she's already stuck in a continuum with 1 and 2?
No, she did basically
Yeah.
beat up and spoils territory.
I think it did say that some article or whatever, I don't remember who it was by, but it did say supposedly in Bayonetta 3 you're not supposed to play as Bayonetta. You're supposed to be playing as something else, but
So someone to help her out of the time loop that she's in?
I don't know. It just said in Bayonetta 3 you won't be playing as, but again, it was just that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I was shocked with the third announcement, because it's like, not 1 and 2, they already complimented each other. That ended beautifully. She's stuck in a time continuum.
I haven't played Bayonetta, so
Yeah, I just hope they don't do like the cheesy route with it, like, oh, you're the daughter of Bayonetta, so therefore you're almost twice as good.
I don't think she has anyone in mind to have kids with.
I know, but I just hope Nintendo
Unless
does
it's
not
her
go that
dad.
route, that's all I'm saying.
It's like,
Because
unless
they
it's
did
with
that
her
in Devil May
dad,
Cry,
then
and
that's
that pissed
creepy.
me off with Nero.
yeah.
It's like the only person I could think of is her dad, and that's already creepy, okay? Like, she does have a small, heartfelt with her dad, so.
Okay.
Well, I don't think she's gonna do that with her dad, but let's try to keep this.
We're getting off topic again.
We're not technically off topic. We are still technically talking about E3. Just one of the games that was not announced on Nintendo Switch that I'm pointing it out.
Okay.
So let's see.
Oh, the Breath of the Wild sequel.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
not
yes.
Yeah, that got announced. Like, yeah, all we got was the teaser trailer.
Actually, there was a leak announcement that Nintendo is working on a new Nintendo game. I do not know, I can't remember the resource where I got this. They were working on, they were working on it before E3 announcement. The only thing is that they don't know whether to announce it on E3 because one, they don't know if they're going to release it on Switch, or two, if they're going to release it on a different new game console. So that way, when the new game console comes up, that could be their first game moneymaker.
Well, since there are slight rumors that there might be a Switch 2 market coming out.
Technically, a Switch 3 market. Switch 2 is Nintendo Switch 2019 version.
Okay, whatever. Switch 3, I guess, is supposedly in the works, but I don't know if that's true or not.
You gotta remember, with the Nintendo Switch, NVIDIA is the supplier of the hardware.
Yeah.
Oh, so NVIDIA is giving them the equipment, huh?
Actually, they gave the Switch a downgraded version of the Tegra K1 processor. For some reason, a lot of people keep on thinking that Nintendo gave them the extra for their Nintendo Switch, but it would just be crazy with the power requirements that are needed for the X1.
Is that why the Switch always dies on me?
I would say my Switch lasts me a good close to 3 hours of game time, so...
Mine stays in the dock.
With an X1 processor, it would last you about 25 minutes or less. I'm just being generous on 25 minutes.
Mine stays in the dock, so...
Anyway, so...
Yeah.
See, we talked about Bayonetta.
We kind of started talking about Breath of the Wild sequel, but like I said, all we really got was the teaser trailer. So there's really not much to talk about, but all we do know
what
is
about
the
Animal
sequel.
Crossing?
I actually that much.
Haters!
Like, I'm okay with Animal Crossing, but I don't really played any of them, so I don't know if it's any good.
I personally don't like Animal Crossing. I don't know if anybody could hear that, but Yuki actually just said, "How dare you?"
I know.
How dare you?
Be careful, as the UBL defenders will come
Is Yumi
after
coming
you.
out now? No. Yeah, I personally don't really like Animal Crossing.
That's fine.
I love Animal Crossing. It's my cool down session games from all the suspense and having to be serious and all that stuff. Thankfully, I have Stardew Valley as my substitute right now, but I cannot wait.
Another game that actually got really announced for the Switch, and I think this was kind of a given at this point, since they're making them every freaking time now. But with the Tokyo 2020 Olympics coming up, they actually did announce another Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
And I
Which in my opinion, those games have gotten worse over the years.
I've tried to play the Wii. I can't remember if it was it back in the Wii or the Wii U?
In 2008, I think it was Beijing. I think in 2008 was Beijing.
Was that the Wii U?
I think it was the Wii.
No, 2008 was
the
2008 was the Wii.
Yeah, I think it was the Wii.
I tried the Wii, and oh my gosh, I could not sync at all. And I'm the person who could get perfect scores on Just Dance.
Just Dance.
So whatever is wrong with that game, it's the game. It's not me.
Well, it's not just the game. It's kind of like the controls for it. Like, their motion controls were very experimental back then.
Like, even Skyward Sword was better than that game.
And Skyward Sword is terrible.
Yeah, I kind of enjoy it. It's just kind of hard to play.
I loved it, but it was hard to play. But I would rather play that than the Sonic game.
No, I do find kind of funny how
Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, in my opinion, have just gotten worse over the years.
Yeah, I do remember like one time they were doing an interview like, why is Rogue not part of the Sonic Olympics? And they're like, oh, she's too sexy. Like, did they just fucking say that?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. What else?
Sexist.
30 seconds.
So I guess
Too
we
sexy to be part of
talked
the
about all the
Olympics, huh?
big titles except Pokemon.
It's like, what outfits were you guys working on with her?
Yeah, like I said, so I guess we talked about every big title now except Pokemon.
Yeah,
Is
Pokemon
there
Sword
like
and
any
Shield.
side
Entirely.
ones? Like, what about Link's Awakening or Trials of Mana?
Well,
When you
we've
see
known
one
about that
Zelda
for a
game, you
while.
kind of see them all.
Um,
Even though I met the kind of.
Oh, Fire Emblem!
no.
Oh, come on. Fire Emblem's fun.
You guys
I
talk
mean,
about it. I'm gonna stay quiet here.
All I know is Fire Emblem got announced. That's all I know.
Nope.
I don't really know. I didn't really pay attention that much to this E3.
Oh yeah, Astral
Yeah.
Chain. Not you, Astral, but a game called Astral Chain.
Oh, yeah, that one caught my eye, too. Like, it looks really
I
fun.
didn't see that one.
I am still biased on it, only because it didn't give me enough information on the game itself.
By just the look of it, I think it's like supposed to be like Persona meets Shin Megami Tensei a
No,
little bit.
I would say Persona meets Xenoblades.
Yeah, maybe that'll probably be more accurate. But yeah, it looks fun. Like I kind of like the whole like sci-fi.
Controlling monsters.
Yeah, I kind of like that feel. Kind of like reminds me a little bit of Final Fantasy a little bit, but I don't mind.
Alright,
So-
so
Plus, it's been forever since
That's,
playing a
now all that's
platform
left for the Switch is Pokemon.
well, the games that caught our eyes, not all of Nintendo games, but yes, let's talk about Pokemon Shield and
Who
Sword.
bring back the National Dex? Actually, I kind of understand where they're coming from.
Pokemon
Yes.
Shield, he's snuggly.
In Pokemon Sword and Shield, Game Freak actually did confirm is going to be over 1,000 Pokemon in the Dex now. So
I'll probably got to keep adding from the past generations.
yeah, so they actually said if they add in all 1,000 Pokemon, that the Switch probably wouldn't be able to handle that data.
No, it would be able to handle it.
I mean, it handled Breath of the Wild and also Warframe, and let's not forget Fortnite as well.
Well,
I'm just
Fortnite
saying,
doesn't
Yeah, but
generate
Unreal
much.
Engine is optimized for the Nintendo Switch. So
Yeah,
But
yeah, but like I
Unreal
said,
Engine
I don't know
is with
what.
powers
I don't remember what
now.
the actual reason was, but like they said they couldn't add it for some reason.
yeah,
but
and they also
I'll-
canceled. Transferring Pokemons from all their Pokemon games to this one. So
Yeah.
we can't. So you're literally starting by scratch with this
That's
game.
fine.
Yeah, they said only certain Pokemon are going to be able to be transferred from like Pokemon Home to Pokemon Sword and Shield. So
Yeah, but
like-
other than that, you're starting from scratch, which I'm
Yes.
actually laughing because I'm sitting there like, all you cheaters out there can't do a thing.
Yuki just got
I
out
want
for a
that
second.
events people to say like, okay, I'm going to take Arceus with me on this journey. That's not overpowered.
Yeah. Yeah, so like the thing is, if you
Oh my god.
say if you
Slice
have like a
your throat.
Jirachi or something,
Slice your
and
throat.
you bring it into Pokemon Home and it's
You
not
leave my
in
Jirachi
Pokemon
alone.
Sword or Shield or whatever, and it's stuck in Pokemon Home because you actually can't. They said you actually cannot bring it back, put it back to the Pokemon Bank or whatever game you had it in. So like once it's
So-
there, it's in there. It's not coming out.
Yeah, so everyone listening, so be careful. Make sure you wait. Maybe I'm gonna say 2 to 3 weeks, so that people who already messed up the first time could tell you what Pokemons you could send over.
Yeah,
also give them a
if-
month to break
so-
down the whole Pokebase.
Yeah. Yeah, and if Gen 4 remakes do happen, because they may happen, they may not, but if Gen 4 remakes do happen, it's probably going to take a really long time. But like,
Yeah.
if they do happen, and that same Pokemon is still not in there, your Pokemon is stuck forever in Pokemon Home.
Yep.
So
Which
like,
is-
make sure you want to put it in Pokemon before. Just make sure you can transfer it over. But also be careful, because if you do transfer it over, it's not going to be able to come back out. So you cannot put it back into Pokemon Home.
Well,
So once it's in Sword and Shield, it's in there.
Mm-hmm. So just to ask everyone, does everyone if you could or are, which ones are you getting? I already actually pre-ordered Shield like literally 2 months.
I would say
2
Shield.
weeks ago.
I pre-ordered Sword the day pre-orders came out.
I haven't pre-ordered mine yet, but I'll probably go with Sword because I love all the Sith memes with this Pokemon so far.
Ugh.
Yeah, Zacian and Zamazenta look really cool.
So
Like,
it's
they're
2
both-
against 2. Girls versus boys. Oh wait, I think we didn't clarify everyone that Astral is a girl.
I don't think they need to know.
I'm not gonna say.
Alright.
So I guess moving on to Xbox,
No.
or
You can
just
do Xbox or PlayStation because I think those are the only two left.
I don't own a PlayStation, so
I
didn't
don't own a
really pay
PlayStation. I
attention.
own an Xbox, but I also did also look up Microsoft stuff because Microsoft now with Microsoft and Xbox working together, they're it sounds like they're also going to share both
Xbox is owned by
and
Microsoft.
PC.
Yuki, Microsoft owns
I know that
Xbox.
they owned. It came out word weird. Okay, like since they are together, they're probably going to make it both their games both Xbox and PC.
Yeah, because I
Well,
do think I
They've
do
been
know
trying to do
Halo.
that for years, and not much has gone through properly.
I think Halo Infinite is actually going to be on PC and Xbox One,
Yes, and there.
which is like.
It's gonna be like another remake of the original Halo, though.
No.
Or
Yeah, but-
continuation.
No, if
No,
you watch
Halo
the video,
Infinite is-
it's actually a different storyline. Sounds
Yeah,
like-
because
Oh, go ahead.
that or they went back to the. A lot of people are thinking they went back to the old art style, but they actually did a thing where it's like between the events of Halo 3 and Halo 4, the reason
So it
Master
sounds. So it's a
Chain-
side story.
It's more like a
Maybe,
continuation kind of deal.
because if it's a continuation of Halo 5, there's got to be a reason why Master Chief is in the old armor, because I do know it said in the things between Halo 3 and 4 that little nano machines or whatever, while Chief was in cryostasis or whatever it is, that nanomachines rebuilt his armor or whatever. But I don't know, because in the actual reveal trailer, Master Chief is in the old Mark 6.
So it has to be a side story between 3 and 4.
Well, you gotta remember, Chief was out for I think it said 3 months. I think 4 years, 7 months, 10 days.
But how long was that guy who was in space in the trailer out there for?
We don't know, because
I
because
thought they mentioned it in the trailer how long he was out there.
No, they just kind of show him broken because I guess something happened with the Halo green.
because at the end of Halo 3,
No,
Chief got the
I'm not talking about Chief. I'm talking about the dude who found Chief.
I'm
how
talking
he
about
had
the
to be-
dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
Chief's
trying to
not
say,
the one
he was in the forward.
we're all dead, man. We're all fucked, man.
Yeah, and I'm just glad Chief is still voiced by Stephen Downs.
Yes, because who can deny that voice?
Well, anyways, now that you guys had your little Halo geek talk, there was actually
We
another
all know
game.
Weird.
He's gonna say nerds.
Nerd.
Nerds!
Laugh.
Anyways,
Oh,
Let's
Project
see.
Scarlet.
wait.
Project Scarlet.
Fine.
Chill, buddy.
Yeah, Project Scarlet.
I will say
Xbox-
that I'm not gonna waste my money on that yet.
Yeah, Project Scarlet. I feel like we should at least talk about it. At least mention it, that Xbox did say that the Project Scarlet is going to be the next generation of Xbox.
Welcome
So
aboard,
wait, that
Captain.
means completely new game
Yeah, it's going to be 8K. That's what they're pushing.
But
they're-
is it going to be disc or something else?
It's
I don't.
probably gonna
Or
be
is it all
digital
digital? Because I
downloads.
remember that they were working on something where they wanted to take away the game, like the physical game, and make it all downloads instead.
Well,
Yeah, but they
the
need
whole
a
market
huge
is
ass hard
digital
drive for that.
downloads, so
Because I
it
know
makes
Nintendo is
sense.
thinking about doing that too with one of their games in the systems where they want to take away physical copies and just make everything download. Which to me, I am mixed feelings.
Yeah.
Well, on one side, you don't have to worry about damage to the disc, so
Yes,
it's
but
actually
Yeah.
a long-term
But there's also the
investment.
sentimental value of.
Holding one, yeah.
but then again, seeing like how, like, especially with Nintendo Switch, on how hard it is to change the stupid game card, it almost makes it look like it's easier to just get a download and just download it and just like play it straight from the Switch.
Well, it'll be nicer if like they can like build like a portable extra driver so you can install more games like they used to have for the original Xbox. When you can
Yeah.
just buy that big old driver to hook onto the side of it for more
Speaking
Yeah.
of
memory.
which, I actually need I need expanded memory for my Xbox because I ran out of space, and my friend and I'm sharing video games with one of my friends, and he has too
So
many
they
games.
can like, so if they can bring something like that back a little bit, I'll kind of like to get a no console that way. But for now, I just think the PC is a better investment for me anyway.
So I think that's really all we needed to talk about with Xbox.
Well, actually, there's actually a couple of games I want to talk about, which, okay, I hate Grand Theft Auto with a passion. I think it's the world's most stupidest games. Go ahead and hate me, everyone. But I'm actually surprised and interested in Cyberpunk, which is kind of the same basis, but I'm just mostly after the storyline.
It's kind of like
I
Grand Theft Auto.
actually am kind of interested in Cyberpunk, but I don't know. I'm waiting on more information to come.
I've actually been following the Discord of Cyberpunk. Tongue twister. And there's a lot of interesting stuff in it, but they haven't really talked much because the creators just want to say, like, we want to keep all the nice goodie bits secret until you play it yourself.
Actually, no. The developers made a 48-minute long tutorial.
Yeah, but that was
at the
a
beginning
demo
of the
game.
game.
They weren't, like, say it was a final product, though.
I know, but you can still base it off that somewhat.
Like I said,
Yeah, but
I'm
it's
just
never the end
mostly
result.
after the storyline, all because like when I was first watching it, I was like, oh, this is so boring. Until I saw that whole junkyard scene, and I was like, okay, interest peaked. Let's watch.
Well,
All I know is
if you
Keanu
look into
Reeves.
the lore, then you might be interested.
How about the Jedi Fallen Order?
Ooh, yes. That's something I've very been looking.
I'm not someone into the Jedi games, but that one actually caught my eye as well, especially since this dude who apparently has Jedi power can do this crap and it comes
I
out
think it
nowhere.
said he was a Padawan or something.
Padawan?
Basically,
Padawan is a Jedi apprentice. They're not a full blown Jedi.
Yes, but he still literally came out of nowhere still, and we have no
well,
knowledge of this
technically
person.
the game takes place during Order 66, so generally...
Well, it takes place after Order 66 because it's during the time of the Empire.
I know, but it's basically
Probably, like,
after
right
the Jedi
after the fall of
Purge,
the...
so anyone that's Force sensitive is supposed to be
So
put to
this is
death.
before the fall of the Jedi.
Well, no,
It's a little bit
Order
after,
66
actually.
already happened, so...
So that means technically he is an unregistered Jedi in...
He's an illegal alien.
Well,
eh?
he's a Jedi in secret, basically. Like, this is before...
So, where where all the Jedis are dying, everyone is struggling to find Jedis, and lo and behold, here's this Jedi.
Yeah,
Well, he's a Padawan, but he's going to be a Jedi.
You're
probably,
gonna call
'cause
him a Padawan, but he's unregistered.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, Order 66 happened, you see, during the Clone Wars, you see, like, the Clone Wars started 22 years before the Battle of Yavin, and then, Order 66 happened 19 years before the Battle of Yavin, which was kind of like the end of the Clone Wars. So, and as we do know, so this takes place somewhere, like, 19 to possibly 1 year before the Battle of Yavin. So, who knows how long this guy has been around.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I'm,
no, he
su-
could,
Running on
I-
local reserve.
I'm sure we'll find out more about this guy in the game, but I am actually really looking forward to this game because it's made by Respawn.
the trailer got me interested. I just wish I had like actual gameplay footage of what it's going to be like.
They did release some gameplay.
Because I didn't see one when I was looking for it.
So it was in one of the Microsoft and Xbox E3 videos.
Fine, because I couldn't get into that one then.
Yeah, it's Microsoft and Xbox E3 channels.
Well, oh, they also did release a thing about another kind of calling on Star Wars is they are actually releasing another Lego Star Wars game. It's all about the Skywalker saga, but I think it's going to come out after Episode 9.
I cannot remember on that one if I seen that or not.
Yeah, they talked. Yeah, all I saw was a thing on YouTube about them saying they're releasing another Lego Star Wars game, and you're going to be able to play through all 9 of the main movies. But
Oh, okay, now I remember. Yes, I remember that one now, where you could play all the Star Wars Lego games in one game.
well, it's not going to be like, it's not going to be like Lego Star Wars 1, Lego Star Wars 2, Lego Star Wars. I think it's going to be like, you're going to be able to play through each trilogy, basically. But like I said, I think it's going to come out after Episode 9 because... Yeah, after Episode 9 because details about the game, about Episode 9 are still pretty vague.
Alright, you guys are probably gonna be like, what the heck is she talking about? But did anyone see 12 minutes?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Jack?
I don't
Astral?
recall.
No? Okay, well then I'm gonna explain it. So 12 minutes, you have 12 minutes to save your wife before she gets killed, because apparently she, a long time ago, she was a murderer of her father's death, and this guy is coming after her to kill her, and you have 12 minutes to help her out, or else either she will die, you will both die, or you will die, and you just keep repeating the status over and over. And you have your memories of how each situation happened. You have to utilize all of that to try to get a happy ending.
So it's a time loop game. It's basically get out of the time loop.
So it's BioIO with a time loop.
I'm gonna say ReZero with a time loop, okay?
Okay, if we're going to talk about time loops, then I want to talk about that one Kashima game that I always keep forgetting.
Oh my gosh, Jack.
Oh, come on.
I actually do have a game, but I'll wait.
I mean, Jack probably has the biggest grin on his face right now.
I do not.
No, that's his grin talk. I'm kidding.
Anyway, I don't remember exactly what it's called right now, because my mind is going blank, but there's a few games that are kind of like mindfucks, like The Sunken City. I know has been announced.
We're gonna have to bleep that out, thank you very much.
I actually want to probably play that.
That looks cool.
Especially how beautiful the background is.
Yes, I always kind of found like these Cthulhu-based games kind of fascinating, so I might check it out.
You all know that I'm just an ocean freak and like anything that involves water. That's why I'm a water Pokemon trainer.
You also like pineapples.
Yes, I have a problem.
Her ultimate Pokemon is SpongeBob.
No. My Pokemon is Totodile, an alligator, which ironically I live in Florida.
Well, still at the SpongeBob.
I kind of feel like we'll be ripped to shreds if we don't at least, mention that the new Call of Duty got announced.
They can try and tear us, we don't care.
I kind of do.
Because I don't care.
Let's not forget about Watch Dogs Legions 2 as well, but I am actually interested in this one because you get to play as many people, especially that old feisty woman.
I know, that actually looks really fun.
Yes,
as soon as I
she's
saw
not
the
old,
feisty
she's just experienced.
As soon as I saw the old lady, I was like, I gotta play it just to be that lady.
Yes.
Yeah, that looks really
children, because that sounds fun.
like walk around
looking-
with a
I'm looking-
cane. Will hit everyone with my stick.
Get off my lawn! God,
Even
what
though
else got
I can
announced?
guess it's probably just gonna be like Assassin's Creed Unity, but it does look interesting. So
Well,
Oh,
I'm
can we
playing
talk about the
Assassin's
Avengers
Creed.
game?
Huh?
Can we talk about the Avengers game that got announced?
oh yes,
You
please.
You
know.
guys can, I'm not.
Don't
Come
you dare,
on.
Laz. I'll kick you from
Nerds.
the channel.
Astro, come on!
Come on, it's Avengers.
Astro, let them talk about their games and we'll just sit here and just listen to them geek and nerd out.
Oh come on, you
Roll
like
our
Marvel
eyes.
movies too.
I only like Doctor Strange, and that's it.
So the boring Avenger,
And the Ant-Man.
Yeah, well,
sarcastic
I do know
Avenger.
Square Enix did announce that Avengers game, and I actually really want it. Because I love Iron Man.
I do look forward to that Avenger game, even though it looks like it could possibly be a mobile game, but I
No,
could be wrong.
it's gonna be... No, it's on PC.
No, it's a complete PC game.
No, it's PC, Xbox, and PS.
Oh, so
'cause,
no Switch. Rude. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
well,
I
not
think...
everything
Not
needs to be
like
on
I
the
can
Switch, you
track
know.
graphic. The Switch can handle, but...
Yeah, you don't even care for the game. What you can play?
I don't care.
Yeah, well, I think Square Enix actually did... It's gonna be a co-op game.
It looks like a co-op game since I
They
think
said
you
it
play
is a
up to
co-op game. You could play up to with at least 4 people. The only reason I still had to watch this crap while I was watching E3, so it doesn't mean I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, so what about Outward? What was it? Outer Worlds, I think it's called.
Outer
Worlds.
Worlds.
Outer World.
I-
died a
I know
bit.
that one's actually been out for a little bit, but I think they just gave out more information.
No. Like when I was looking at it, it very much reminded me of Borderlands that I'm also excited to see coming up soon.
Yeah, I was like, isn't that like, the game that almost kind of copied Borderlands and Overwatch at the same
Yeah.
time?
A little bit, yeah. But you know, all games copy from one another eventually.
Oh yeah, of course.
What else? I know they announced a new Rainbow Six game, but all we got was a trailer. So all we really got was a trailer and just a little bit of information. So you know, we
How
didn't
about-
really. Go ahead.
I was like, it's technically an indies game, but have any of you guys seen Way Into the Woods about the deer taking care of its little fawn and
No, I haven't seen
I don't
that.
recall seeing that.
it's an indies game anyway. It was so adorable and I was interested in it. Kind of looked like the animation style was from the people who did
Laz, are
Rhyme.
you yawning?
Well, it is like almost 11 o'clock over here.
Oh, at least it's not Bambi Simulator.
No, it's
Well-
not. It's basically you're a mother deer with your fawn that you have to try to keep alive while you're traveling across the world. There are some humankind abandoned cities and stuff, but for some reason there's also monsters around at the same time. And you have to have the light around you to keep the monsters away because the monster hates the light. And if your light dies, you and your baby fawn will die too.
Aww.
That actually sounds really.
Like-
That's
Like
interesting.
it looks cute and adorable, but once you go far into the details, it's actually kind of depressing and gruesome at the same time if you're not careful.
Oh, can we talk about Doom Eternal?
Who?
Ooh,
Doom Eternal.
oh, Doom.
Yeah, I guess we can talk about that. I think we have a few more moments.
Yeah, that's another game I actually really look forward to. I know it's another that's been announced for a while, but with how successful Doom 2016 was, I have a good feeling about this game. And something I keep seeing this. I have done no research on it because it doesn't. I don't know what the hell it's about, but something called Stadia or whatever. but it's gonna be on like
Stadia is a game streaming platform that you'll be able to remotely connect to and play your games on high definition remotely.
So that's what it is. Like I said, I have done no research on that because I could not figure out what the hell it was. But yeah, it's like Doom Eternal is gonna be on everything. It's gonna be like on Switch. It's gonna be on PC, Switch, Xbox, PlayStation.
Yeah, some of the things you talked about.
And Doom Eternal is probably, I think it said it's gonna, like, I think they said, Bethesda said it's gonna follow the same formula as 2 from the 90s. Because Doom 2016 was supposed to be a reboot of Doom, obviously with the new levels and everything. It's supposed to be a continuation of Doom 3, but
yeah, if I remember correctly, I think they said this Doom is going to be based on like I guess hell finally invaded Earth, so
yeah,
and
and there is going to be something with heaven involved because it said you're going to as well. So if you need or whatever. So I think we're going to be fighting angels or too, which actually sounds really really cool.
Yeah, because it makes me wonder if Doomslayer can take on the biggest demon in hell. What's he gonna do to angels, I wonder?
Yeah, because Doom Guy is literally just one doesn't.
That's what you get for being a sniper.
I do know they're making a Destroy All Humans remake.
Yes, I want to see that franchise return.
That's a game I didn't really care too much about.
It's one of those it's so stupid it's fun kind of games.
Yeah, it's definitely one this time. Are there any other games we should talk about?
It's like we don't talk about a lot of games, especially since we're new at this. So sorry, everyone.
Yeah, plus I think a lot of the other announcements are just DLCs, so I don't think it's
DLCs, couple of remakes,
games that have already been announced,
horror games,
some news.
Yeah, so not a whole lot to talk about. So
I'm trying to find the indie announcements, see if there's any indie games that could catch my eye, but
I do know. Oh, I know there's that Blair Witch game that's coming out. That's based off of that's based off of that movie Blair Witch Project, but I've never seen that movie. So
I've seen the movie and I didn't really care for it. I know it was a classic, but I just don't really care for hand footage captured.
Oh, there was also that I don't know if you guys heard about it, but the Final Fantasy VII remake. Just
they've been teasing that for years now.
Yeah, no, it's not a lot of people know about it. It's the Final Fantasy VII, only on the PlayStation.
I just hope it doesn't fall into the Square formula. You see, here at Square, we don't want you to play our games. We want you to watch our games.
Yeah, I personally don't really care for the PC franchise, so.
Let's face it, less cutscenes, more action.
Should we talk about the upcoming PC world where Google is trying to build their own PC gaming as well as what was it?
They're trying to make their own console.
Well, they already actually have a name for their remote game console remote, so I can't remember the name of it. I remember it was a girl.
Probably Alexa or something like that.
Because
they really simple names. I know that much. Google has a very interesting name system.
Google is the one that made Statita.
Who?
It's a cloud gaming service.
Oh,
the thing I said I didn't know what it was.
Stadia.
Yeah, Google Stadia controller. And they already have it in 3 colors.
Wow. Colors are simple.
All it is that thing is going to be like a Fire Stick or some other BS. But all its purpose is going to do
it looks like they combined the Nintendo Pro controller and the Xbox controller into one. Looking at the designs.
If you read about it,
let's just hope this thing isn't like that.
I'm pretty sure that it's not going to go anywhere, but we'll see. I trust Google. Let's try it.
And then
Well,
what?
this is Google.
I know.
And then what was Microsoft? What was Microsoft announcement on their end? Astral, you were
Projects.
talking about it.
Project something.
Project Scarlet.
Yeah,
No,
that was
not
it.
Project Scarlet. The other one, the PC version. What was it?
Oh.
The Uplay whatever.
Uplay Plus, but that's not Microsoft. That's Ubisoft.
That's Ubisoft.
Oh, wait. But isn't
Ubisoft
Uplay
is
is
a
the-
gaming
But
branch.
isn't Ubisoft part of
No.
Microsoft?
No, they're
No,
their own
it's
company.
not. It's a game studio that mostly makes Assassin's Creed
It's
games.
a third-party publisher like Activision.
Oh, okay, then I'm so sorry with my knowledge.
I mean, if they join with Microsoft, we'd be all screwed towards Uplay.
Graphical
Everything would
downgrades
be
every
DLC,
year.
and not in a good way.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought they were also working with them. Hey, stay off my
No.
shoes.
Now they'll like partner for like getting their game on the console, but they won't actually like give up any shares to the company. As far as these companies will go. But enough business talk. I think we got all we need to cover today.
Yeah,
you
there
wanna
wasn't a
describe?
lot of PC games and announcements.
Mostly because these console games are
none
already
that
ported.
struck out.
Yeah, we're very picky people.
Well,
Yeah.
there actually was one that struck my, but it's another Star Wars game.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. I
Name your
think me
favorite
and
Jedi
Laz
now.
are just tired because it's like almost 11 p.m. over here.
I've been up
Yes,
for almost has it been now 19 hours.
Why
So, yeah,
have you
he's-
been up that long?
Don't worry about it.
I feel like we should
I could
question you
imagine
about
him
that.
like patting my head, looking high, like don't worry about that.
Hush.
Oh, don't worry
about
that.
I'm actually at Uplay right now. I'm looking at some of their game announcements. The Division 2.
That's been out.
I won't bother. Division 1 was pretty bad.
No, what was their new game that they announced
Vital
of
signs
it?
stabilizing.
Division 2's been out for a while.
Not Division 2, but they were, there was
Division 2 is only 2019, if I recall. Could be wrong, but there was something about Division being 2019 release.
Yeah, there was another Division game. They, I don't know. It didn't catch my eye.
Yeah, no.
And hold on. I also just wish most of these companies will just go into like a normal like one shop like online system, because I get really annoyed when I have to go to like, okay, if I want to play Uplay, I have to go to their Uplay system.
Well, it's not entirely like that.
That gives me an idea, but we can't share it, or else people who are listening to us would take it.
Epic already screwed themselves over by taking Borderlands 3 from the Steam.
True.
Like, Steam will get it, but they'll get it in like 3 to 6 months after the release date.
What happened there?
I don't hate Epic. I don't hate Epic. I just hate
Well,
how some.
Epic went out and said that Borderlands 3 will be exclusive to Epic only, and then everyone on the internet is like, no, that's not going to happen. You're going to bring it to Steam, or we're going to boycott Epic.
Yeah,
Which
I don't
makes
hate
me
Epic.
sad. I really don't see anything bad with Epic. I mean, they're really nice dudes.
The
The
story
problem-
sucks.
No, the problem is all Borderlands 1, 2, and all that have all been on the Steam store. And Steam is like the central hub for anything gaming related.
I don't know.
So
like,
bringing it...
Steam doesn't have any good games for me lately, unlike Epic. So I guess it's just
Yeah,
me.
but it's not the point. It's like, if you buy... You would trust Steam more with your credit card information than you would any other store.
To be honest with anything, I just say only remember this once and don't save it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't keep them from doing anything malicious.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, Is there anything else we need to talk about?
I guess we could say our goodbyes and say, like, be sure to check our individual channels and pet Astral on the way out.
What? Why?
Because
Because
Astro
you
needs
want
loving.
pets.
She wants
Yeah.
to.
Like, I'm playing Assassin's Creed while you're talking.
Well,
Well,
we're telling everyone to pet your head after they read our comments.
yeah. Yeah, well, should we end it here?
Yeah, I think so. You
Yeah.
two probably want to go to bed.
Yeah, so...
Well, I might go to bed. I don't know. Stardew Valley calls for me.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty sure this video is
Well,
pretty damn long.
well, anyway, so I guess thanks all for tuning in to our little E3 discussion.
Our very amateur E3 discussion.
Like I said, we're all newbies to this. We're still working on it. Thank you guys for so much for supporting us. We know we can.
And I'm not dead, by the way.
We all could be just a random group. I mean, come on, like, you guys need excitement, not those boring people who sit there and just so serious recording.
Yeah, it's like, yes, Jonathan, that game is totally smashing.
And it was near Walter for the peasant. Oh.
That border route, yes.
Okay, guys. So,
I'm sorry.
again, thank you for tuning into our channel. Actually, you know what you guys can do? You guys can sit there and bug the crap out of Astral to fix his computer or whatever so he could record on YouTube instead of on Twitch.
Okay, we'll do that off camera. But for now, I'm Jack from Chaos Jack Show.
I'm Laz from Laz Wolf Games.
I'm Yuki from Yuki Matsu.
And I'm Astral.
And have a wonderful night, everyone. Bye.
Goodbye.
Hey everyone, welcome back to RamenCat Gamers. It's me, your pal, and it's Yuki!
I'm Laz from Laz the Wolf Games.
I'm Jack from Chaos Jack Show.
I am Astral.